Hello again from the city of Kouvola in southeastern Finland, northern Europe. This is the last video during this summertime holiday in Finland from the Philippines that I'm going to manually upload on YouTube. And my railway journey from Helsinki, the Finnish capital, back to Kouvola on the evening of July the 17th, 2019 continues in this video. So the Finnish railways today. According to the English language Wikipedia article on the subject, there are a total of 5,919 kilometers of railways built with the 1.524 meter or 5-foot Russian gauge track. Passenger trains are operated by the private state-owned state railways or Valtion rautatiet in Finnish. The short form is VR. The total length of the Finnish railway system, however, is 8,816 kilometers, of which 3,172 kilometers are electrified. The Finnish railways serve all the major cities and many rural areas, though railway connections are available to fewer places than bus connections. Most Finnish passenger train services originate or terminate at the Helsinki Central Railway Station, and a large proportion of the railway passenger rail network radiates out of Helsinki. The state railways also operates freight services. Maintenance and construction of the railway network itself is the responsibility of the Finnish Rail Administration, which belongs to the Finnish Transport Agency or Transport Bureau, in Finnish Liikennevirasto. The network is divided into 6 aerial centers that manage the use and maintenance of the routes in cooperation. Cargo yards and large stations can have their own signaling systems. Finnish trains, generally speaking, have a reputation for being spacious, comfortable, and clean, and generally, although by no means always, running on time. The scenery surrounding the railway lines is considered to be of outstanding natural beauty, especially in eastern Finland, with its many lakes. Because most parts of Finland are still lightly populated, Finland is not very well suited for railways. Commuter services are nowadays rare outside the Helsinki area, but there are express train connections between most cities. As in France, passenger services are mostly connections from various parts of the country to the capital. Currently, there are about 260 passenger round trips driven daily in Finland, excluding the Helsinki commuter rail. Nightly passenger trains only operate on the busiest lines between Helsinki or Turku via Oulu to Lapland, a minimum distance of about 650 kilometers. This leaves most of the tracks free for nightly freight traffic. In addition, there are also good long-distance bus and airplane connections, both of which are generally little or a lot more expensive than trains. Buses are sometimes faster and or cheaper than trains, especially, or for example, between Helsinki and the western coastal city of Pori. Track doubling projects are taking place in various sections of the Finnish rail network. Following a previous project to double the single-line sections of railway from Seinäjoki to Oulu in western and northern Finland, which was completed in 2017, the Luumäki-Imatra section in southeastern Finland will be fully doubled by 2023. Since the 1970s, the Finnish Transport Agency has been discussing the possibility of building a second railway line from Helsinki to Turku, allowing for a faster journey time between the two cities. This line is known as the Elsa line, as it would pass through the city of Espoo and the cities of Lohja and Salo. An updated feasibility study was undertaken in 2005, and in 2016 the line was included as a policy in the Finnish Transport Agency's report. This line forms part of the Finnish government's plans to build high-speed rail links from Helsinki to Turku, Tampere, and Kouvola. Plans for a railway line to run east of Helsinki to the Russian border, passing through Sipoo, Porvoo, Kotka, and Hamina, known as the Heli track, have been agreed in principle by the Uusimaa Regional Council. The line would run through an underground tunnel to Pasila railway station in central Helsinki and the Helsinki airport in the city of Vantaa, before following the route of the Finnish National Road 7 to St. Petersburg in northwestern Russia. In 2016, the scope of this project was changed. The line would run from Porvoo to Kouvola, joining the existing network there, which would significantly reduce journey times to eastern Finnish cities, including Kuopio in northern Savonia, Joensuu in northern Karelia, and Lappeenranta in southern Karelia. More direct lines from Helsinki to Pori and Jyväskylä being the capital of central Finland, have also been studied. In November 2017, a freight train left Kouvola between Helsinki and the Russian border, carrying 41 containers for Xi'an in China. This was the first freight train of its type to travel between the two countries. The 9,110-kilometer journey via Russia and Kazakhstan is expected to take 17 days, compared to around 30 days by sea and rail. This service is expected to become a daily departure in the coming months. Proposals for a rail link to Lapland in northern Finland, or northernmost Finland, via Kemijärvi and Kolari from the Norwegian port of Kirkenes on the Arctic Ocean are in the planning stages. However, environmental and cultural sensitivities exist which affect these plans, with concerns from the indigenous Sami people, Finland's native people, that the proposed, as well as the native peoples of northern Norway, northern Sweden, and northwesternmost Russia, that the proposed line would pass through the reindeer grazing lands. The National Railway Company, BR, or Valtion Rautatiet, the state's railways, has a monopoly on passenger transport. In Helsinki, local traffic class SM5 EMUs are owned by the capital region's train equipment or train vehicles limited, but are operated by the state railways. The new class SM6 Allegro trains are owned and operated by Karelian Trains, a 50-50 joint venture of the Finnish state railways and the Russian railway company RZD. While on the Finnish soil, the trains are operated by the Finnish state railways personnel. The Finnish state railways prefer scrapping unneeded rolling stock rather than selling them in order to limit competition. Used vehicles cannot be imported from other countries because of a different rail gauge, which vehicles normally can't be converted to. Used vehicles from the former Soviet Union do not fulfill Finnish regulations. New locomotives are too expensive since they are not constructed for broad gauge. Several museum railways exist, which are unrelated to the Finnish State Railways Group. Work on the Finnish main rail network's electrification started only in the late 1960s, while some private Finnish railways had been electrified already at the end of the 19th century. The first electric trains started to operate in January 1969 in the Helsinki local traffic. And then the newest railway line to be electrified is the railway from Turku to Uusikaupunki on the southwestern Finnish coast. Electrification is scheduled to begin in 2019. The maximum speed for passenger traffic is 220 kilometers per hour, but is achieved only on the Keravalahti railway line, which has significantly reduced the travel times between, for example, the cities of Helsinki and Kouvola. It was completed maybe around 2005, 2006. I can remember seeing how it was being constructed in 2004. Freight trains have a maximum speed of 120 kilometers per hour. Actual speed limits vary depending on the train type and track portion. Some delays can occur in the autumn and winter due to weather conditions, for example, high winds, and sometimes heavy snowfall or slippery surfaces. The signaling system used on the railway network in Finland comprises color light signals and fixed signs. They are used together with ATP-VR/RHK or EBICAB 900, a train protection system usually referred to as the JKV in Finnish, junien kulunvalvonta, or in English, and the train's passage control or something like that, or running control, which has to be used on rolling stock. Russia is the most important adjacent country regarding railway traffic. The freight traffic is much more intensive between Russia and Finland compared to between Sweden and Finland already, given the fact that Russia and Finland have something like 1,300 kilometers of land boundary, while Sweden and Finland only have some hundreds of kilometers of land boundary in the far north. And then Norway and Finland also have a short land boundary near the Arctic Ocean. There are several daily passenger trains between Russia and Finland, but none between Sweden and Finland.